Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and this time we're going to take a look at the game between the Nationals and the Marlins. Now, Jeff, the Nationals are enjoying a small 1.5 game lead over the Braves in the NL East, but the Marlins are putting up some great offensive numbers against Monday night opposing starter pitcher. Now, do you think that they'll be able to take advantage of this against the Nats?
Well, the Marlins are coming off their best 7-game road trip in franchise history, so this young group is playing with a lot of confidence. And what I'd like to see, Dax, in this matchup is I think the Nationals are a bit overvalued due to the fact that they've been a known commodity in the MLB betting markets for the last couple years. But the Marlins are really coming on strong, and they're starting to talk about adding depth to the roster by trading for players. So I always like to see that, and I think the clubhouse returning home to Marlins Park will be ready to take on the Nationals, and I think they have a bit of value given that fact.
And moving a little bit to the side, do you expect to see some improvement from outfielder Bryce Harper?
You know, I don't. I think he's still struggling with the timing aspect of coming off that injury. He missed over 80 games with a knee injury, a lower body injury, and he hasn't really gotten going over the entire course of his career. He's always struggled with injuries, and that affects his timing. So I think the Marlins, he's had some success against the Marlins in the past, but he's 1 for 11 in the last week in terms of hitting at the plate. So I think he'll be kept under control.
All right, and with Zimmerman struggling after his bicep strain before the All-Star break, do you think the Marlins will be able to take advantage of that?
I definitely do. Zimmerman has allowed the Marlins to hit for the best average against him of any opponent that he's faced 2 or more times this season. And when you look at a bicep strain for a pitcher, it doesn't really affect the velocity of the fastball. It affects more of the location and also the secondary pitches, something that Zimmerman often relies upon in trying to strike out batters. So the Marlins will be able to put balls in play. And Giancarlo Stanton, the all-star outfielder for the Marlins, has had great success against Zimmerman over the course of his career.
After looking at the stats, Jeff, I can clearly see that the Nats are 9-8 when they're favored at -125 to -150 odds when playing on the road. Now the Marlins are at 12-11 when set as home underdogs at even money at +150. Where do you actually see the edge in this match going to?
There's not much edge in terms of the betting trends, but when you look at the value, and a lot of times when you're an MLB handicapper, you're going to look for the value. And I think both of us looking at this matchup, Dax, can basically say that this is a pretty even matchup. But based on the historical numbers that Zimmerman has had against the Marlins, when he's been healthy, that is definitely why the Nationals are at the level that they are in the betting odds. But in this matchup, with the current situations for both teams, I think there's about 20 cents of value on the Marlins. So I'm always looking to take that as a handicapper over the course of a 162-game season. And that's one of the main reasons I'm going to back the Marlins.
So you're taking the Marlins on the money line right now?
I'm taking the Marlins as a home underdog in the series opener.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff. And this is Dax Floyd for SportsbookReview.com.